you're asking, where did you get your first start in radio? Well, it's simple. I started out shortly after high school working for Mark, Jonathan, and Aaron Lang over at the original company in downtown Vincennes. I started tweaking with boards, producing sporting events, eventually led to babysitting NASCAR races, and even airtime. I started out small and did a 1 hour a week talk show with Tom Lee, Doug Carroll, Pat Hutchison. Worked with several people over there that are great people to work with on a Friday football and basketball preview show that ran 6 months of the year. And then one day, after several people had left the station, I was asked to take over Sunday morning programming and took it over for a while. Really, people complain, why would you want to get up at 2:30 in the morning on a Sunday? Well, there's a lot of good things about 2:30 in the morning. Number one, the boss is never there at 2:30 in the morning on a Sunday. If he's there, it's because, one, he's in hot water, B, something got fried, or C, you did something wrong. And the only time I saw the boss there on a Sunday morning, there was this one time, there was a big lightning storm, and we took a power strike. We took a lightning strike at 1:30 in the morning. We lost power. I went home for 3 hours. 4:30 in the morning comes around. We had just got power back at the station, and it smelled like lightning in there. So we found out what all got hit. I call the engineer, I call the owner at 4:30 in the morning. Not the best time to call your boss, and don't ask him for a raise at that time of day. Basically, that was like the longest single day I ever worked at a radio station. And it was a Sunday. Not to mention I was supposed to drive in a parade. I ended up driving that parade, but that's not the point. I will say it's one of the most stressful days I ever had in radio. But at the same time, I learned a lot that day. That not everything's perfect, and sometimes you have to go back to 1950s. And what I mean by that is, there are days you don't get automation. And a lot of people at home think, oh, it's all simple. Spin tunes, say whatever. No. It's not about spinning the tunes. You have to have content. You have to do a lot of different things. You have to make it fun. Otherwise, it's going to be one big old snooze fest, and you don't want to see that. Your boss doesn't want to see that, and your wife does not want to see that when you get told you have to go looking for a job. I also worked at a little place called Hometown News and Media over in Monroe City. One thing I learned in the 8 months I worked there, TV is a whole different animal. And it is. I worked there for 8 months. There were things I liked, things I didn't like. A lot of things I didn't like. But there are times you have to learn life lessons. And it turned me into the biggest prick in the area. And that kind of made me mad, but I'm over it now. I've been away from media for about a year and a half now, and what I've learned is it doesn't leave you. It just may go away for a while.